I told you that a doctor has been accused of abusing patients, then I told you not just some patients, but let's just say over 200. Put it up full mass. There's a doctor who has been accused by more than 200 former patients, has now been indicted on sexual assault. Derrick Todd, the Massachusetts doctor who was accused of sexually assaulting more than 200 patients in an in-class action lawsuit, has been indicted on 2 counts of sexual assault. The patient sued Dr. Derrick Todd, who has been accused of performing unnecessary pelvic floor therapy, breast examinations, testicular examinations, and other unwarranted procedures on patients dating back to 2010. The Middlesex District Attorney's Office said in a statement Thursday that Todd was indicted earlier that day for, quote, 2 counts of sexual assault, alleging the sexual assault of 2 women. Todd pleaded not guilty during the arraignment on Friday. He was held on a whopping $10,000 bail. He was also ordered to stay away from and have no contact with the victims, surrender his passport, surrender all medical license, not practice medicine, and not apply for a new transport or a new license, a spokesperson for the DA's office said. So the district attorney's office also said the 2 alleged assaults took place in December of 2022 and 2023. So you have 2 alleged assaults, and that the additional investigations into Todd's conduct are ongoing, but they are dating it all the way back to 2010 based on at least witness testimony. So the criminal case against Todd will likely grow, said William Thompson, an attorney with the Boston firm Lubin and Meyer, which represents more than 180 of the accusers currently. All right, vast majority. Thompson added, the civil case against Todd is currently in the process of discovery, okay? The Associated Press left a telephone message with Anthony Albin, an attorney that has represented Todd in the civil case, and Ingrid Martin, a criminal lawyer who represented Todd as well. So Todd is a former rheumatologist at Brigham and Women's Hospital. That's in Boston. The lawsuit against him accused several other defendants, including the hospital, of knowing about the abuse and failing to put an end to it. Put up that picture full mass. Now let's talk about the system that has to be in place for this to happen. If this is true, if these allegations are true, and over 200 human beings have been assaulted, over 200, you would imagine that some of them complain. That usually is the reason that the lawsuit will claim some level of negligence or contributory negligence by way of the agency that the doctor works for, that you had complaints. So now you may have a suit that will cite negligent retention because you were aware that there was a problem, but you kept them on board. There's more. So the hospital received anonymous complaints about Todd in April. This was 2023, and launched his own investigation. The hospital fired him in July. Todd then reached a voluntary agreement with the Board of Registration in Medicine to stop practicing medicine anywhere in the United States. Todd's former places of work have distanced themselves from the doctor since the allegations emerged. His accusers range from teenagers to women in their 60s. Put them up again. Many times individuals who are considered to be in positions of public trust and have a lot of power due to their knowledge and expertise are allowed to get away with things other people would never get away with one time. Once this came to light, there were others who said, me too. This happened to them. Now, this is an extreme case, obviously. But at the end of this, because it is contextualized in the healthcare system, this will be a massive amount of money paid out to victims, and it will cost that hospital. It will likely cost that insurer of that hospital not only money, but reputation, furthering the distrust between healthcare and community, which is rightfully there. There's been a lot of abuse, not just this kind of abuse, but also the abuse where there's misdiagnosis. We've reported on that right here in Indisputable. Intentional misdiagnosis for the sake of charging somebody more money in order to have a surgery they never needed. And then we have the pharmaceutical companies. It seems as if everybody's getting effed here who's a patient inside of a healthcare system. Everyone. If they don't get you this way, they get you that way. So the system, unsustainable in its current state. Tehran, thoughts here?
My thoughts are that Derrick Todd is an abhorrent, disgusting criminal based on this behavior. And what makes it even worse, not only did he use a position of trust to victimize people who trusted him, this disgusting human being still charged them. Like, he still billed them after doing this to them. Like, do you understand how horrible a person you have to be that after you essay someone, you didn't even give them a 10% discount? You weren't like, hey, Shelly, 10% off today. And you'd be like, thanks, Dr. Todd. And you'd be like, that's right, Shelly. No, you still charge them? You're just the worst kind of person ever. Not only were you disgusting and horrible, but you took advantage of the healthcare system and the indoctrination of this healthcare system. This is a reminder of the a horrendous reminder of that indoctrination, how there is no checks and balances, how people take advantage. And these are the kinds of stories that we love saying are lone wolf stories, but they are not so lone wolf. This happens way more than when you collectivize them. You see how many times this happens and there's no one there. And for 15 years, you're telling me nobody knew? Or were people, or did people know and excuse it? And or did people know and they were fired or they were afraid to speak up?
Well said. Obviously, we're going to continue to bring you updates to this as it develops.